Hello friends, welcome to this session. I hope you all are doing good. In today's session, we will learn how to solve a problem using simplex method. So let us first learn some basics of simplex method. We use simplex method when there are more than two decision variables which we have to solve. Okay. So in that case, we cannot solve the problem using graphical method because in graphical method we cannot solve a three-dimensional problem by hand. So in that case, we have to use some other method, and in that case we have a simplex method. It was first developed by George B. Dantzig during 1947. Okay, it improves the feasible solution by improving the decision variables. So let us first see the basic form of a problem which we will solve using simplex method. So a linear function to maximize or minimize subjected to the constraints and non-negativity constraint. These all things we have learned earlier in the earlier lectures. Okay. So this is a canonical representation of the linear programming problem which we will solve. It is just the extension of the earlier form. So these are the formulation steps of solving a problem using a simplex method. You will not get what I am trying to say. So for that, what we will do, we will directly solve the problem so that you can easily understand that what we are doing. Okay, but you have to remember this tabular form that we will develop in the question. Okay, so this is the problem which we had solved using graphical method. Now we will solve same problem using the simplex method, and after solving the problem we will check our solution with the graphical method. Okay, so now let us first write the objective function. So in the simplex method, what we do, we first remove this inequality constraint using a slack or surplus variable. Okay, I will write 8QA plus 10QB plus S1 equal to 3400. Okay, now here I will write 2QA plus 3QB S1 plus S2 equal to 960. This will not affect this equation. Okay, so here I can also write 0 multiplied by S2. Okay, so we have introduced two slack variables S1 and S2. So we have to add these two variables in the objective function also. So now objective function can be written as 22QA plus 28QB plus S1 plus S2 multiplied by 0. Okay. Now let us develop the table. So initially we will start with S1 and S2. Okay. So this is the tabular form. If the equation has two slack variables, you have to memorize it. Okay. This you have to write. After that you can start the solving your problem. Okay. So here I will write Cj. Cj is nothing but the coefficient of the objective functions. 22. Here I have 28, 0, 0, and here we have nothing. So this S1 represents this equation, equation number 1. So here the coefficient of QA is 8, the coefficient of QB is 10, here it is 1, this is 0, and here I have 34. Okay, and here for S2, this is for equation 2, we have 2, 3, 0, 1, and 960. Okay, now here we have the coefficient of S1 and S2 which we have here 0, 0. Okay, so now first we will find the Zj. What is Zj? Zj is nothing but C multiplied by Xi. Okay, let me show it to you on my PPT. You can check it here. Z is Ci Xi, where X is the unknown variables and C is the coefficient of those variables in the equation. Okay, So Z is the summation of these things. So here I have 0, 0 multiplied by 8 is 0, 0 multiplied by 2 is 0, so sum will be 0. For this 0 multiplied by 10, 0 multiplied by 3, sum will be 0. So initially we will have all zeros here, okay. Now what we will find Cj minus Zj. So Cj minus Zj is 22 minus 0 is 22, 28 minus 0 is 28, 0 minus 0 is 0, 0 minus 0 is 0, and here we have 0, okay. So out of these two values we will choose the maximum value. So the maximum value out of these two is 28. 28 is maximum, that means this will enter into the problem, or means QB will enter into the problem. So this column will be known as pivot column, okay. Let me write it here. Pivot column, okay. Now which variable we will replace, S1 or S2? For that what we can do, we can use this, okay. So here I will divide this right hand side by the corresponding element of the pivot column, that means 3400 by 10. So I will get here 340. Now here 960 divided by 3, I will get 320. Now here we have to choose the minimum. So this theta is the minimum of the values which we are getting here. Here we have to select the maximum, and here we have to select the minimum, okay. So here this is the minimum, that means this variable will go out of the problem, that means S2 will go out and QB will enter the problem, okay. So this row will be the pivot row, and this 3 will be the pivot element. Now here I will write QB in place of S2, because QB is entering the problem and S2 is going out of the problem, okay. So here what you will do, you will replace this S2 by dividing the pivot element. So just for the representation, I am giving this row 1 and I am giving this row 2, and this is as row 4 and this is as row 3, okay. So this row 4 will be row 2 by pivot element, which is 3, okay. This is because variable is going out of the problem and QB is entering. So we have written here QB and we are dividing here by 3. So I will get here 2 by 3. I will get here 1, 0. This will be 1 by 3. 960 divided by 3 is equal to 320. Okay. Here we will have S1, which will be same. Now in this element, what we have to do, we have to identify an identity matrix between S1 and QB. So S1 is here and QB is here. So if this is 1, 0, it should be 0, 1. Okay. So here we have to make this element 0. Okay. So for this, what I can do, I can write R3 as R1. We already have R4 here. I can write R1 minus 10 multiplied by R4. Okay. So 8 multiplied by 2 by 3 multiplied by 10. This 10. So I will get 20 by 3. This will be 24 minus 20 by 3. So I will get 4 by 3. And here I will get 10 minus 10 equal to 0. Here I will get 1 minus 0. then I will get minus 10 by 3, and here I will get 3400 minus 320 10, so I will get 200. Okay, let me just erase this. So now I will find Zj. What is the value of S1? 0. And what is the value of QB? 28. Okay. So 0 multiplied by 4 by 3 will be 0. 28 multiplied by 2 by 3 will be 56 by 3. So I will get here 56 by 3. 0 multiplied by 0 is 0. 28 multiplied by 1 is 28. So sum is 28. Here I will get 0. And here I will get, this will be 0. So this will be 28 by 3. Okay. And here I will get 8960. Now I will find Cj minus Zj. So what is Cj? 22. 22 minus 56 by 3. So this will be 10 by 3. Here I will get 28 minus 28, 0. Here I will get 0, and this will be 0 minus 28 by 3. So it will be minus 28 by 3. And here I will get 8960 minus. Okay. If any of the value of QA and QB is greater than or equal to 0, then you have to do this equation again and again until or unless the value becomes less than or equal to 0 or 0. So this is greater than or equal to 0. So now this will enter into the problem. Okay. Now which variable will come out from the problem? In this case, this is our pivot column. We will divide 200 by 4 by 3. I will get 600 by 4, that will be 150. Okay. And here 320 divided by 2 by 3. Here I will get 480. So this is minimum. So this will go out of the problem. Okay. So S1 will go out of the problem, and in place of S1 we will have QA. We will write QA, and as this is our pivot row, so this will be our pivot element. Pivot element is 4 by 3. So we will divide 4 by 3 in this row and we will write it here. This will be 1. 4 by 3 by 4 by 3 is 1. This will be 0. This will be 3 by 4. This will be 10 by 3 divided by 4 by 3 will be 10 by 4. So that will be 5 by 2. And this will be 150. Okay. Now here we have QB. Now QA and QB we have to make the identity matrix. That means 0 should come here and 1 should come here. So we have to make this element 0. Okay. So if I write this as row 5, which is actually R3 by the pivot element, which is 4 by 3. Okay. And if I write this as R6, what do I have to do? I have to make it 0. So what I will do, I will minus this equation after multiplying it by 2 by 3 from this equation. I am writing it here just for the clarification. Okay, you do not have to write this in the question or the solution which you will write in the exam. 2 by 3 R 5. Okay. If I multiply here by 2 by 3, 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3 will be 0. Okay. And here what I will have 1. 1, this is 0, this is 0, multiply by minus 2 by 3, I will get minus 1 by 2. Okay. Here 1 by 3 plus 5 by 3, that will be 6 by 3, total will be 2. And here I will get 320 minus 150 multiplied by 2 by 3. This will be 50, this will be 100, so this will be 220. So here I will have 220, okay. Let me calculate Zj. So the value of QA is 22 and QB is 28. So here I will write 22 and 28, okay. So 22 multiplied by this plus 28 multiplied by this, so here I will get 22. Here I will get 28. Here I will get 66 by 4 minus 14. This will be 10 by 4. This will be 5 by 2. So here I will have 5 by 2. Here I will get 1. Just let me show it to you. 22 minus 5 by 2. This will be 11. So minus 55 plus 28 multiplied by 2 is 56. So I will get 1. And here I will get 22 multiplied by 150 plus 28 multiplied by 220, 9460. So Cj minus Zj. Cj is 22, so here I will get 0. Here Cj coefficient is 28, so I will get 0, and these are 0, 0, so I will get minus 5 by 2 minus 1, 9460, okay. So now you can check, this is equal to 0, this is equal to 0. So now there is no chances of entering a variable because both are 0 or are not positive, okay. So here we get the optimal solution. So now you can check the value of QA is 150. The value of QB is 220 and the objective function value is 9460. Now we will check these values in the graphical method which we have solved in the earlier classes, okay. So this QA is 150, QB is 220 and the objective function is coming maximum at 9460. We were getting 3 points using graphical method, but the maximum value came at this point 9460, 150, 220. 9460, 150, 220. Okay. So the simplex method gave the same answer which we have solved using graphical method. Okay. Thank you very much.